Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. Another day when we look at some of the things that we couldn't get to on Sunday as we walk through the Gospel of Mark. So this past Sunday, we looked at the story of Jesus asking Levi to come and follow him, and then him eating and sitting with so-called sinners and tax collectors, and how he said, this is what I came to do. I came to help people and to return people and to restore people. It's the sick that need a doctor, not the healthy. And then after that, we get all of these stories about him challenging certain ceremonial laws that some of the other followers and religious leaders were extremely concerned about. What you could or couldn't do on Sabbath and all these different kinds of things. And there's one passage which I think is particularly expressive of what Jesus came to do and why there's such a clash between his kingdom, or what he was hoping to build, and what the religious leaders of the day had already built. Now this story comes right at the beginning of Mark chapter 3, where Jesus heals someone on the Sabbath. He goes into a synagogue where they're having a worship service, and there's a man with a withered hand there. And some of the religious leaders are watching Jesus carefully to see if he's going to heal on this day. They essentially see this as a test. Is this person, this miracle worker, really someone who follows God and listens to his instructions, or is he someone that's just there to make a crowd and to do things his own particular way? Mark actually says in verse 2 that some of them were looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, so they watched him closely to see if he would heal on the Sabbath. So Jesus gets this man to stand up in front of everybody. And then Jesus asks them, everybody who's there, including those who are looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, he says, what is lawful to do on the Sabbath? To do good or to do evil? To save a life or to kill? But they remained silent because Jesus has them here. They go into this particular worship service on the Sabbath day looking for a reason to accuse Jesus so that they can kill him. And the way that they hope they find a way to accuse him is that Jesus does good on this Sabbath and heals this person. This question is actually designed to expose the leaders' hearts. What's better to do? Is it better to follow the particular rules and laws and then get mad when people don't? Or is it better to find ways to seek restoration and hope and healing, which is what these laws were always designed to be about anyway? Now after this, Jesus looks around at them in anger. He's angry that they've taken the things that were originally designed, the way in which the creator of the universe set aside a Sabbath day in order to rest so that people could experience restoration and healing. He's angry that they've made it into a time of burden and of anxiety and worrying about whether they're doing everything that they should be doing or not doing what they shouldn't be doing. He says to the man, stretch out your hand. He stretches it out, and the hand was completely healed. So here you have Jesus, the Lord of the universe, standing in that synagogue on that Sabbath day, the one who rested after creating everything, who knows exactly what that resting day is supposed to be about, and he's judged by the religious leaders who have taken his words and twisted them into a burden to hold upon themselves. And the question or the implication that comes towards us, particularly those of us who consider ourselves to be followers of Jesus and are a part of a Christian community or attached to a Christian church, are we like those Pharisees? Do we have certain rules or obligations or customs that we have put into place that we see as more important than the healing or the restoration of those who are around us, those who we would judge to be sinners or tax collectors or outside of what we see as people who are following the kingdom? It's a pretty big challenge for us, but I pray that we wouldn't be like the Pharisees, but we would be more like those who cheered the healing of this man. As usual, if this has been useful for you and you've enjoyed this walk through Mark, I'd encourage you to like and subscribe and maybe comment down below on some of the surprising things that you found in this week's section of readings.